Okay, so last and least, we are calibrating the pH meter. I will warn you that it is the most time consuming, but I promise that you can get through it. So you will need your pH meter, discard container, storage solution, pH 7 buffer, and deionized water. So the first step is going to be to make sure your pen has been stored upright and that it is full of storage solution. If it isn't, contact us because it may be broken. It's very important that these are stored with the solution. Your first step will be to discard the used solution and to rinse the pen with deionized water and also the cap so that it's ready for the buffer. Whenever you dry this equipment, you'll try your best to dab it instead of rubbing. We're done with this for a second. So now we fill the cap to the fill line with pH 7 buffer. Power on the meter. Press the center button to go into calibration mode. It will say 7 at the bottom of the display, so you know that you're in the proper mode. And you submerge it into the 7 solution. And then you just watch the meter and wait for the reading to stabilize. It should stabilize somewhere around 7. It's okay if it is a little bit far from 7, like 5.2 or 8.6 or something like that. Once it stabilizes on whatever number, you press the center button and then that tells it that this is 7. So now we wait. And this can take a couple of minutes, but with 7 it doesn't take too long. So I'm stabilized at 6.8. But I want to tell the meter that this is 7. So hold down the center button to tell it this is 7. Sometimes your display may start flashing at the bottom between 4.01 and 10.01, and that essentially means that it's ready to be calibrated with 4 or 10 solution. But we aren't going to do that. So if that happens, hold down the center button until it exits calibration mode and says end. In my case, my meter was already set on single point calibration mode, and so it went ahead and exited immediately, and then it has an M in the display. And that's what we want, and so we're done. Now you discard your solution, clean the meter, clean the cap, dry both, power off at some point, and then fill your cap to the fill line with the storage solution. Store it upright until you go monitor. And then when you get to the site, you will take this solution out, put it into this container, and then when you're finished monitoring for the day, you'll clean it one more time, clean the meter and cap that is, and then refill to the fill line with the storage solution. And that's all.